So when it comes to the acting world, so you go through your casting and you go through I know earlier you were talking about like the kind of the pre-production phase.
Right.
Like in the script writing phase. Like kind of how does that part of movie going? Like I mean that part of the movie process.
Obviously, writing a story is probably the biggest piece. The story is your product. At the end of the day, the story is your dope. You know what I'm saying? And just developing your characters. Usually if you watch a film and you lose interest within the first 15 minutes, most of the time it's because it's not even that it's not a good story, it's your characters ain't really developed well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you pour a lot of love into the tendencies and the habits of your characters. Your characters, you build the story, and that's a big part of your pre-production. Once you do that, you do your casting. And then once you do your casting, depending on what kind of budget you got or whatever, you go get your crew, the people that's supposed to help with the production, and then you put a schedule, a calendar together.
Okay.
Okay. You give the cast time to really get into the script, memorize their lines, sink into their character. You do a couple of table reads. Some directors do walkthroughs, some directors do rehearsals, just depending on what the story entails. And pretty much after that, you shoot.
Have you ever had a bad table read?
No, simply because a table read is just actually sitting down and just reading the script.
Because the reason why I brought this up,
yeah,
I was watching it Expeditiously with T.I.
Okay.
Yeah. And T.I. said he had got cast for a movie.
Yeah.
And in the movie, I think it was like Morgan Freeman, I think like Brad Pitt or somebody was else. And it was like a major star-studded cast.
Right.
And his agent hit him up like he got the role for the movie. He don't have to audition. But tomorrow they need him at the table read. And T.I. was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Da-da-da-da. He was like, man, if Morgan Freeman going to make the read and all these superstars going to make the read, you got to make the read.
Absolutely. That's the lifestyle.
So T.I. was like, man, he ain't take it seriously. So, that night he out partying, he drinking. Yep. And so then he was like, man, he on the sprinter on his way to the read. And I guess he decided to pop a perk or something.
Yeah.
And he ain't feeling nothing. Then he get to the read.
Yeah.
And he knocked out in the read. And he said, Morgan Freeman chastised him. Like, son, is there a problem? Cussed him out, went off on him, pretty much saying he looking bad. And then the agent got an email the next day like Morgan Freeman refused to work with him. Took him off the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing about actors, man, they take it seriously. One thing about filmmakers, they take it seriously.
Gotcha.
Especially when you're doing it on a certain scale like Morgan Freeman, man. They take it real seriously, so they don't play about that.
Okay. So let's get to the journey, man.
Okay.
Dallas, Texas, born and raised, man. I know y'all very, very, very territorial. So what side you from?
Holly Hills. Okay.
Holly Hill. Okay, from the cliff.
Huh? Yeah.
From the cliff. Okay, that's what's up, man. Like, so tell me your upbringing, like, about Mr. E. Like, what was it like for you growing up?
Growing up, my pops was there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, like most marriages, they end up splitting up. My mama was a single mother, and just trying to raise us. And I wouldn't even lie, like we had a decent upbringing, but of course my mama got broke, and we had to move on down. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? And she did the best she could.
Gotcha.
You feel me? And meanwhile, me and my little brother, we tried to stay out of trouble as much as we could. But then, we ended up getting in some trouble, getting in the system, going to jail, going to juvenile, going to boot camp. And then it kind of got, it kind of went up from there. But overall, it worked out.
So when you say in trouble, like what were some of the things that you and your brother got in trouble for?
The first charge we caught was a burglary charge.
Okay.
And I ended up pleading, did a little juvenile, then did a little probation. I made it through my probation.
Gotcha.
My little brother, he make it through his probation. And it went from that to years in juvenile to, you know what I'm saying? I think he spent most of his life locked up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Got you. So, like, who introduced that lifestyle? Because, I mean, most kids just don't stumble into burglary and things of that nature. So, what kind of led y'all down that path?
Playing too much. just, being with the wrong group of kids, being with the wrong group of want to fit in with them.
Yeah.
And, you know, back then, gangbanging was real popular.
Right.
You know, so we was on some, yeah, how the hell is AJ1? Yeah, AJP 214 Crip Gang, you know what I'm saying? 30 and SCOG, you know, we banging hard and, you know, and all that old type stuff. But, you know, it's only a matter of time before some people around you ain't as smart as you and get you caught up.
Gotcha.
That's what happened with us.
Like being that your little brother kind of stayed in the system, did you ever kind of feel like took that on yourself? Like, damn, man, I led him the wrong way.
Nah, not really led him the wrong way. I used to always teach my little brother, like, make sure you do your homework.
Got you.
When you, you know, if you do something, you know what I'm saying, like be smarter than whoever could catch you.
For sure.
But he got caught doing everything.